What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, I just have to share my thoughts on the Brie Larson video. Listen, we touched on this briefly on the Dark Council, on the last Dark Council show. And, Fatal, it was on his channel, Fatal J. Check him out. Dude is the bomb, and he's my brother. And, listen, we touched on it briefly. He said we were going to be talking about it. So, I like to be prepared. You know what I mean? I like to do my homework. I like to know what the fuck I'm talking about if I'm going to talk about something, right? So, I did what I would not do ordinarily, and I went and I watched this Brie Larson video. Like I said, this is not something I planned on doing. It's just something that I did out of respect for my brother, Fatal J. Alright, so I went and I watched this video, and oh my god, I can't believe what I saw on this video. I just can't. Listen, if this is the future of YouTube, I weep. I weep for the future, all right? The whole YouTube broadcast yourself shit, I mean, I've always seen this as being like the great equalizer. It gives the average person a voice, you know what I mean? Anybody who's got a phone or a camera, can go on and make themselves a YouTube video, all right? You leave Hollywood for Hollywood, and YouTube, traditionally, I believe anyway, has just been for us, all right? So here you go, right? Here's Brie Larson, all right? So I'm watching this thing, and the level of narcissism in this video I have never seen in my entire life, right? And this is something that goes against me, all right? The reason why this is just so offensive to me, listen, when I first started doing YouTube videos, it was only because my son was fooling around, with his friends. They made goofy videos, and one day my son was like, "Hey, Dad, you should do a video." I was like, "Huh? Well, I don't know, son." But one day I was like, maybe I should start putting some things out there, and speak on some of the things that I see. Because, I had watched other people's YouTube videos and stuff, and, sometimes people would have, like, good points of view, for average people, and, I'm like, it's kind of cool to be like a minuscule part of influence, if you can touch just one person. So I kind of went into it that way, you know what I mean? Like, as a matter of fact, if you go far enough back in my videos, you would say I considered my videos to be messages in a bottle. I didn't know if anybody was going to watch my videos at all. I just figured I would throw it out there. It's the internet. Maybe one day someone's going to pick up one of my videos, see what I'm talking about, and be like, "Hey, that guy, that funny looking guy, he's kind of right, And then they would tell a friend, and then they would tell a friend, and so on, and so on. And then maybe, there'll be some values, passed along somewhere. The same way people had passed on values to me, So that's the way and the reason why I did it. I was mortified when I started getting subs. I was like, and comments. I was like, ooh, okay, somebody's watching my videos. And then, after I did the Last Jedi video, and, I got a shout out from Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Big shout out to him, big respect. Ethan Van Sciver, world-class bullshit and everything, the High Council, basically, once I got shout-outs from them and everything, and I caught their attention and some of the others that I respect so much, the subs started rolling in, and I was like, wow, I really didn't expect that. I was a little bit embarrassed. I didn't tell anyone that I was doing videos, let alone people on my job. I remember one of my coworkers was like, "Mark, do you do videos?" I'm like, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? And then they told everybody, So, big shout out, to a couple of my good friends, who, said, "Hey, I enjoy your videos and stuff." And, I actually had somebody recognize me a few times, outside of, like actually on the street, they're like, "Hey, you're that Mark with a C." I was like, ooh, it's only a few, no big deal. But I was just like, wow, so anyway. The point is that I didn't go into it to sit around talking about myself, contrary to what I'm doing right now, right? But, like I said before, it was a long time before I even would say, like, share, or subscribe at the end of the videos, not because I didn't believe in it, but because I didn't know how long I was going to be doing videos for, and honestly, I didn't want my videos to be shared. That's what it was. I didn't want them to be shared because, to me, it was all very embarrassing. When I found out that people knew about my videos, I was like, I don't want to get in trouble on the job, and all this stuff I didn't know. So, anyway, that's how I went into it, right? So, I see Brie Larson, and she's doing these videos, and It's one thing to get on videos and talk about yourself, right? It's another thing to get on a video and have other people come on and talk about you. You know what I mean? And that's what really got me. It's like her video is full of people who talk like this, including the men. Oh my God, Brie, what you're doing, the implications. You can change the universe, Brie. Go, Brie Larson. What we needed all this time was you to be on YouTube, Brie. Oh my God. And then she has to be acting like she's all embarrassed, you know. I don't know. Do I press play? You know, I don't know. For your first video, you're doing jump cuts. You're over here. See, you're not doing a YouTube video. You're doing a show that you're putting on YouTube. It's like that's the difference between what you do and what average people do. So it's like, don't act like I'm just coming down to walk amongst you. You know what I mean? Like, don't touch me. Let the children come on to me. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? Get out of here. Get over yourself, you know? But she's got all these people who are worshiping. What should I do? You know, what should I talk about? Should I talk about cookies? Should I talk about cooking? You know what I mean? And then like 15 minutes into the video, 15 minutes of talking about nothing but you and having all these people talking about nothing but you. 15 minutes in, you remember, oh my God, as a privileged white woman, I don't want this to be about me. I don't want it to all be about me. For 15 minutes, that's all they talked about was you. That's all they talked about. The whole video was about the greatness of Brie Larson. You know what I mean? And it just, I was like, I was bleeding. I was bleeding from the eyes. I was bleeding from the ears. And let me tell you something. I owe some people an apology. You know, I owe my white brothers an apology, right? Because you guys saw it. You guys saw it from the very beginning when she says that I don't want the opinion of a 40-year-old white man or whatever she said. And everybody, the whole world just converged on her, right? And I was like, well, you know, she insulted, you know, the white brothers and everything. So, you know, they can go on and take care of that and everything. I don't want to be that guy who just looks like a bully because of, you know, some shit that Brie Larson said. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, a lot of channels on YouTube blew up talking about this, and rightfully so, because they saw what needed to be exposed. I was slow to see this, you know what I mean? And I just left it alone. But this is dangerous. This kind of thing needs to be checked. All right. And yeah, so she has the nerve, right? At some point, she says, I want to open my video up to black YouTubers and people of color and Black Lives Matter. You know, it's like I open up my platform to them. Let me tell you something, Brie Larson. You know, you say as a privileged white woman, well, guess what? The last time I looked, everybody, just about everybody, has a cell phone. And on that cell phone is a camera. And within that camera is video capability. Anybody can do a YouTube channel. They don't need you, Brie Larson, to bring them in. No, they don't. All right? So stop acting like I'm just going to hold your hand and I'm going to bring you up. Oh, and I understand, you know, she's saying that because of her higher profile, it can give high profile to these people. But no, that's not the point. Most people who get on YouTube, they're just doing this thing and they make their audience by being who they are, not who they get over on. I understand there's such a thing as networking, all right? A lot of people do this. A lot of people, you know, they network, they politic, they come together and all that good shit, all right? But this is the problem. You know what I mean? It's like people have to find their own niche, all right? They have to find their own thing. They have to find their own voice and their own personality and all that. You know, so for her to say that, it's like, I doubt that it's even well-intentioned. You know, I want to lift up Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. If you go to the objectives of Black Lives Matter, right up there it says, we dismantle the nuclear family. And dismantling the nuclear family means you separate the husband, the wife, the children, the family unit, even though the studies and the statistics have shown that children are more stable and they're stronger and they're more productive in society with their fathers there. All right, but no, Black Lives Matter wants to disable that. They want to dismantle it. That's their words. They want to dismantle the nuclear family. That's what they want to do. And that's something that you want to enable, Brie Larson. Sit the fuck down and learn something. Listen to the people instead of having the people listen to you. Why don't you? If you're going to be on YouTube, why don't you do some research? You know, why don't you, if you want to showcase black YouTubers and everything. It can't be to fit your mold. It has to be what's out there. You have to listen, all right? I've listened to many YouTubers out there. There are plenty out there that I don't agree with. You don't see me all up in their comment sections and all that stuff. It's like, that's just what they do. You know what I mean? But that's not what we're getting from you. We're getting the agenda that you want to push, all right? And it's fake, it's phony, because you're not going to have balanced out views. You know, you're not going to have opposing views and all that stuff. I don't see any of the YouTubers that you invited onto your little platform there to worship you. You know, I didn't see any of them who might be challenging to the views that you have, or the views that Hollywood has right now. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't believe it. You know, as I went on, I'm like, holy shit, this is insane. It's like, if more people come through like this, and YouTube continues on the path that it's on now, you know, regarding thought policing and control and censorship and all that stuff, if Hollywood, as powerful as it is, comes rushing into YouTube, then that's it. That's it for all opposing thoughts and voices and people who might be able to offer something that can actually be productive, that your little agenda never considered or ever thought of. You know, it's all gonna get shut down, and all we're gonna have is Brie Larson and her little satellite drones and minions. Oh my God, Brie, you're so beautiful. I can't believe what you're doing, Brie. You're changing the world, Brie. Oh, bow down, Brie, but don't look directly at Brie. Leave Brie alone. That's all we're gonna have. You know, and I just couldn't believe it, guys. You can tell that I'm completely blown away by what I saw. You know, and then in the end, like I mentioned on the Dark Council, it's like, in the end, she starts off by saying, at the end of the video, she's like, and I don't want to say like or subscribe because I believe in freedom of choice. How? It's so condescending. So you're saying that you're like God, and if you say like or subscribe, that's your equivalent of a commandment, and it compels people to do something by saying like in the operative word, or subscribe, which means it's a choice. You can do it if you want to. You know what I mean? But it's not like how I was. I didn't want to say like or subscribe because I was just embarrassed. You know what I mean? It's like I was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, like find myself, you know, just I don't know, you know, being ridiculed at work or whatever the case may be. No, or family, you know, because family's gonna look at it and be like, Mark, I don't agree with your views politically. I don't want to be arguing with people about how I feel, you know. I just wanted to put it out there. But Brie is like, I don't want to compel you to do anything by implying that you can like or subscribe. If I say like or subscribe, you're going to take it as a commandment because I'm Brie, and if I say it, it's going to put a lot of pressure on you to like or subscribe, and I don't want to do that to you because I'm a privileged white woman. Shut the fuck up! You gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta learn. You gotta look around. But no, this is what we got. You know, so this is how she ends the video. That, along with, I'm gonna start reaching out to black YouTubers. Well, reach out to this, Brie. Reach out to this. I know, it sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, I take my time very seriously. You know what I mean? And because I watched this video that I would not normally watch, that's the reason why I'm reacting this way. I hope you guys understand this. I was not curious about Brie Larson. I wasn't interested in Brie Larson. I didn't like Captain Marvel, you know, but I don't knock anybody else's hustle, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. Hey, what do you? You know what I mean? Get your check, Brie, get your check. I don't care. You know what I mean? But because I watched it just so I could know what I was talking about, I just couldn't believe, you know, what I saw. You know, I just couldn't believe it, Spock. I couldn't believe it, you know, so there it was. Spock, why did they do this to me, Spock? You know, beam me up, Scotty, get me out of here, you know, but no, I spent that, 20 minutes or so, you know, watching it so I would know what I was talking about, and guys, I don't know if I will ever do that again, you know, with her, anyway, you know, like I said, I just wanted to know what I was talking about, and God did I find out, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to let that out because it was physically hurting me to keep that in, you know. it almost goes against everything in life that I stand for, to represent yourself and talk about you that way nonstop. Not only that, but to get other people to do it on your platform. I can understand if other people would talk about you on their platform. You know, I've heard people talk about me before. You know, sometimes it's good. You know, sometimes it's bad. You know, most times it's good because, you know, I'm pretty hell of a guy. You know, but you know, there have been times when I've heard people talk about me. You know, and I'm like, well, that's how they feel, good or bad. That's how they feel. But to bring somebody in, put them up on a camera in front of the world to say good things about you, and not have a balance where you could have somebody say, yeah, I know Brie, she ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you're gonna go one way, why not go both? You know, why not give the balance? Nobody is perfect, but watching that video right there, you would get the idea that she's just beloved by everybody. And she has the right to feel that way, but I'm just saying, oh my God, to put it out there that way. Oh, ooh, I'm just seeing it and I'm hearing it in my mind, and I just hope that there's room for growth. I mean, none of us are perfect, you know what I mean? I'm on here ranting and raving. I'm sure it's not a good look for a lot of people. It's unattractive for a lot of people, you know, so I'm not saying that, you know, I'm above or, you know, beyond any of that stuff, but holy shit, I just wonder what's ahead of us, you know, as more celebrities do that, as self-righteous as they can be, you know, and with their little savior complexes and stuff. And well, all right, guys, did you watch it? You know, did you watch the Brie Larson video? Listen, I'll give you a pass if you want to just watch it. I mean, it'll blow up her numbers. It doesn't matter. Her numbers are astronomical anyway for just one video, you know, just like curiosity, you know, and stuff like that. Like I said, be warned though, you know, if you're anti-narcissism, you know, and everything, this is gonna definitely set off your alarms, you know. But like I said, maybe I'm wrong, you know. Check it out, you know. Like I said, it's all good for me, you know. And let me know how you feel about what it is that you saw or what you see, and if I'm missing something, you know. I don't know, man. Woo! But get in the comment section. You can sound off. You can like, share, subscribe. I don't want to force you to. Remember, it's your choice. Okay, I'm not gonna come to your house. I'm not gonna curse you if you don't. You know, it's your choice. And you can catch me on Twitter, man. The link will be in the description box. As for the video, you can find it yourself. I'm not leaving the link to shit. But anyway, that's it for now. Sorry for the emotional outburst, but I was holding it in since I saw it. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll catch you in the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. Oh my God.